Hey, speaking of, real quick before we get back to Raw, speaking of things that have recently taken off, the person had the trademark and copyright, or they're in the process of doing it. Have you been following the fascination just over the last couple weeks with Heckel girl? I don't know how. I'm not going to make the spitting sound, but almost like the Iron Sheik spitting.
As Shiki used to say, Hakapatu. But yeah, I have seen this because it's been all over Twitter, and I saw it unfortunately, and now can't unsee it, and it's been everywhere.
Well, I'll play some audio here.
Oh, I wish you wouldn't.
Here is from the Tim and D TV YouTube channel. The original, where this originally comes from. They're interviewing people on the street in Nashville. Let's go to this.
Pretty much.
Explain.
Oh, this is her friend, I guess. I'm waiting for the other girl to come over.
I can. Go ahead.
Leave a message to your last. Leave a message to your last body.
I love you, Pookie, forever.
They must have been doing the right thing.
What can I say?
Okay.
Make the cobwebs off this side.
Are you posting this for?
All right, let me stop it there for a second. Any initial thoughts on the conversation happening here on the street, Nashville?
I swear I didn't hear you said where it was maybe beforehand, but I was going to say, are they in Tennessee or maybe Upper Alabama? As soon as I heard that girl talk.
They're in Nashville, and for the record, it appears the woman's name. I just saw it here before. I'll go looking for her.
Is she now? What is she on Cameo now, or she's being booked on television?
Her name is Haley Welch.
Haley, is she related? You think, or maybe no relation? Tennessee, the Welches.
Every Welch in the state of Tennessee has to somehow be related, right?
You would almost think so. Yes, Roy, he got around, but
well, she's a shooter, just like her Uncle Herb. Let's go back to
Roy
this.
Welch once had 2 wives at the same time in different cities in the same state and didn't even have any trouble over it.
Man, they really were making good money back then. Hold on, let's go back to Tuah girl.
I'm waiting. Come on. She'll be back. Like, I don't know how to answer those.
All right, now that he's talking to the other bubblehead here, let me, here comes the other girl back. Here she is.
What makes her wifey material?
That fat you got.
For real, turn around. Let me see.
You fucking lying.
No, she got a bubble butt. Go ahead.
I'm trying to find the actual part because they're unbearable.
Jace, do your worst.
They're all unbearable. Hold on, let's see this.
Oh.
This is for her.
What?
You gotta answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
I don't get you. I think you gotta.
I'll be stopping there. So she's
spit on that thing. I mean, you can almost pinpoint her zip code with that accent. Go ahead.
Well, that's the thing I was going to ask you. When you first see this, it's so exaggerated. Do you think that's her real accent, or do you think she's putting anything on?
No, I think she's put on about fucking 8 double vodkas, but that's the only thing she's put on. No, that's the way she's talking to her friends.
And her advice for a good time is a sloppy blowjob, apparently.
Yes, that's a couple of bubble-headed white girls drunk down there on Broadway.
Well, apparently now she is taking advantage of the situation. I have an article from the New York Post.
Okay, now I knew this was coming now. Okay.
Viral Tuah girl sells more than $65,000 in merch in wake of not safe for work social media fame. A false rumor also went around that she had been fired from her job as a kindergarten teacher. That it turns out...
Wait, pump the brakes.
It turns out that's fake, and everyone should have known it was fake.
I was going to say, she was barely out of kindergarten.
Well, preschool, not kindergarten, preschool. But here's why you should have known it was fake. Here's the quote from the story. We have kids spitting on each other and everything else. They really look up to her as a role model and and imitate the things that she does. We love her, but unfortunately, we cannot allow this type of behavior from one of our own faculty members. So the kids in the preschool saw the video and started spitting in the playground. That's when I was like, this is a fake story. How's anyone believing this? But here she is. Young girl, drunk night out.
She's made $65,000 on merchandise, though.
So far, she's apparently trying to...
Imagine if she was selling Hakpatuas. If she could make a lot more on Hakpatuas than she could on T-shirts, can't she?
Welch, who was initially rumored to have signed with Hollywood's United Talent Agency, is also working on trademarking her now infamous phrase, maybe it is a phase, her infamous phrase. So this may be something that turns her into a multimillionaire. Her late night, honest ramble.
Getting drunk and admitting you spit on dicks has just made this young lady only in America. Only in America, ladies and gentlemen, land of the free and the home of the stupid. Can you make those English words have never been put together in that order before? You realize that, don't you, Brian?
I do. You know, it's the accent too that I think really puts it over the top where, hold on, let's go back to this one more time.
I don't know how to answer this. You got it.
What's one move in bed that makes a man go crazy every time?
Oh, you gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing. You get me?
You get me. She was looking for someone to be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah. All righty then.
Well, there it is, the blowjob break from Raw.
Where did that come from? Now here I was trying to. I don't have a hat, so I'm throwing I threw my pen down on the desk in frustration at you because I'm trying to praise something about the grappling.
No, sounds like she really knows her stuff. I would praise this too. I'm sure she gets a lot of praise.
I'm sure she gets a lot of business. But nevertheless, back to the Raw.
You gonna wear that hat? You gonna wear that shirt? Just look. Oh, you're a fan of dick spitting.
And then they'll do the union shirts like Dick Spitter's Locals 69. And
local dick spitters.
Hey, here you go. What's her name again? Did you lose her name?
Haley Welch.
She's going to change it to Hawk Tuah anyway. We're giving you free ideas here. Yeah, Dick Spitter's Local number 69.
Oh, she's made up one of those hats I see here, like for I had to have like the two candidates for president. Cornette last. We've seen that one. Hawk Tuah 24. Spit on that thing. I miss Tennessee.